Now, on Good Morning Northwest, the desperate search for a killer. The newest information in the Moscow murder investigation and what police told the sister of one of the U of I victims.
Sunshine's going to look great, but the winds are going to put that bite in the air. Some of the coldest conditions we've seen so far are rolling in. When that cold is, and, well, that's all coming up.
And there's some parking confusion in downtown Spokane on Riverside Avenue. Why you can't park right next to the curb anymore. You're watching Good Morning Northwest here on 4 News Now. Thanks so much for being with us this morning. I'm Garrett Dice.
And I'm Robin Nance. It is Thursday, November 17th. We want to get right to Mark and your first alert forecast.
All right, temperatures into the mid-20s, into Coeur d'Alene sitting at 26 degrees. We, too, have now slipped to 26 degrees. Clear sky in both locations. Roads are in good shape. Just take it easy out there. 4 things you need to know. Bitter cold wind chills, and those winds are going to make it feel like it's 10 degrees colder than it really is. We'll see the sunshine for a while next 2-3 days. Even colder coming in for Friday with overnight lows Friday and Saturday morning, and then those changes next week we're going to be talking about. So the winds look to be right before noon, gusting in excess of 20 miles an hour in the Ritzville area. We're going to be right on the side of that, and then we'll see things calm down, but they're going to be fairly consistent throughout the morning hours. That's going to add to the wind chill. Now, we show you the wind chill in pink here with the 12-hour forecast, warming to 33 by noon, 1 o'clock, but our feels like temperature for the kids heading out to school, and again, they'll be out at recess. Temperatures are going to feel much cooler than that, into the teens and the low 20s. So make sure everybody's dressed appropriately as they head out today.
We continue to follow breaking news. The Spokane County Medical Examiner recently finished the autopsies on the 4 University of Idaho students stabbed to death in Moscow on Sunday.
Yeah, and that report was sent to the Latah County coroner. The bodies will now go to a crime lab to be searched for DNA. Sydney Charles is live at the Breaking Now desk. And Sydney, what else are we expecting today?
Well, Robin, we are expecting to have more information about that report today, and I'll be checking throughout the morning to see if that report from the Latah County coroner comes down. Moscow PD also had their first press conference yesterday. I tuned in, and the chief of police answered a few of the public's questions, including the relevance of an online video that's been circulating.
Hi.
Welcome back.
Thanks.
Lifelong best friends Kaylee Gonsalves and Madison Mogen were seen in the video on camera ordering at a food truck, laughing, chatting, and taking pictures just 2 hours before they were killed. At the press conference, Moscow PD said it has been helpful in finding out the timeline for what happened the night of November 12th.
We are aware of that video, and it has helped. It gives us a time and space where we know that 2 of our victims were.
Police confirmed that the 4 friends were killed with a knife. The weapon has not been found. In an Instagram post, Kaylee Gonsalves' sister Autumn wrote, "Our family was dreading the answer for how, and we all knew that no matter the answer, we wouldn't like it. But we got the worst possible answer, the most gruesome way." With these new details also come new questions. The Gonsalves family was told 2 other women who lived at the home were in the home during the killings and were not hurt.
They were able to confirm that these 2 roommates were in the home at the time of this, and they made it out the next morning.
Police would not release the names of those other 2 roommates, only that they were found alive and unhurt when police arrived to the scene. Officials are not confirming if the roommates saw anything, only saying that the 2 are cooperating with the investigation. We know that police received a call from someone at around noon on the 13th who reported someone else unconscious inside the home. When police arrived to the scene, they found the 4 bodies. Police are not saying why that first call came in at around noontime, about 8 hours after the murders, and they also would not reveal who called 911. Many people, sorry, Derek, that's you.
Yeah, no, many people have been asking if there were signs of forced entry.
Yeah, and we were told about that yesterday.
Yes, Robin, we were told, and the chief of police last night confirmed that there was no sign of forced entry. He says that the door was actually unlocked when the police arrived to the scene.
All right, Cindy, thanks. And as the families of the victims await for justice, it won't fill the void for those who knew and loved these 4 people.
Now, one close family friend of Ethan Chapin's tells us this isn't getting any easier. Tyler Amaya, who began his college basketball career at Gonzaga, started coaching Ethan when he was just a boy. He loved basketball, and Amaya loved coaching the young man who he says was one of the best in every possible way. He says Ethan lit up a room and made life meaningful. Amaya is still in shock that Ethan is gone, but says his impact will never be forgotten.
He was top notch. He was one of the best. I don't have kids. If I had a daughter, I'd want her to be with Ethan.
Ethan's funeral is set for November 21st in his hometown of Mount Vernon. Instead of flowers, his family is asking memorials to be donated in his name to PNW Rain. That's the coaching company that Amaya runs.
The older sister of Xana Kernodle also spoke about her sister. Jasmine Kernodle called her younger sister positive, funny, and loved by everyone who met her. Jasmine says her heart is broken and she wishes she could have just one more hug from her little sister. We are providing up-to-the-minute details on this case on our website, KXLY.com. We'll also send you alerts as soon as new information is released right to your phone. You can download the KXLY app and turn on push notifications.
Well, a judge has determined Idaho doomsday mom Lori Vallow is mentally competent to stand trial for murdering her 2 children. Vallow and her husband, Chad Daybell, are charged with killing her children in 2019. Those children were reported missing months before their bodies were found on Daybell's property. Their joint trial was postponed due to concerns about Vallow's mental health. A new trial date has not yet been set.
Breaking news this morning, more than 2,000 Starbucks employees at 112 stores around the nation are set to go on a one-day strike today. That's according to the union, which has been organizing stores for the last year. The union says it's striking to protest retaliation taken against union supporters nationwide. The protest comes on Red Cup Day at Starbucks. Historically, an important day for the company. It's reusable holiday cups are free with certain drink purchases. The union is calling its strike a Red Cup Rebellion. Drivers are no longer dealing with construction on Riverside Avenue in downtown Spokane. That's great. But now the challenge is, how do you park with that new bike lane there? It's going to take some time for you to get used to the many changes that will come with the Riverside reconstruction.
Now, the goal is to bring the street back to its original roots and accommodate all activity, including the new city line. For decades, though, you could park right next to the sidewalk on Riverside Avenue. Those days are gone now, and there's a new way paved for drivers and cyclists. So the city started putting up signage to give drivers an example on how they should park. Drivers need to park outside of the white divider, closer to the travel lane. So now the protected bike lane is right next to the curb.
People are adjusting, and it's going to just be a learning curve. It will be a challenge in the winter because, as we know, sometimes the streets get covered, and so, but we do have snow equipment to actually clear those bike lanes.
Kirsten Davis says crews will eventually add something to the divider that makes it more visible. So yeah, when you park now, you got to look for traffic on one side and bicyclists on the other side. So just be careful getting out.
I like to just hope that the people in front and behind or wherever I'm parking, that I just stay where they are.
Yeah. All right. Good Morning Northwest time is 6:08.
All right, we got a cool time lapse going.
Time lapse showing a lot of clouds yesterday. We're going to have much fewer cloud cover today. We're going to have some sunshine, going to make it look like it's warmer, and then you walk out going, oh, no, it's not really. We're going to have that forecast coming up.
And we've been live this morning with the Spokane Valley Fire Department. We're talking about cooking fires that can happen easily, especially on Thanksgiving. If you are deep frying a turkey this year, make sure that it's getting thawed right now. We'll show you why coming up.
The House of Representatives will soon have a new leader when Republican Kevin McCarthy will take over. And what will Nancy Pelosi do next? That's coming up on Good Morning Northwest.
Stream 4 News now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
Lake Tahoe Creek Wine Cellars has been making award-winning wines since 1982. Come in and taste our newest releases. While here, find the perfect gift for your wine lover in our amazing gift shop. Lake Tahoe Creek Wine Cellars. Cheers.
Whitworth's Health Science program is expanding in a big way. And now's the time to make plans to advance your career by joining us in one of our emerging advanced degree programs. Our 38,000 square foot health science building will house simulation labs and classrooms that resemble actual clinical environments and allow for interprofessional collaboration. Everything you need to take the next steps in your career and help people live better lives. Learn more today.
The Black Friday sale is on at More Furniture, and we've got incredible values to maximize comfort and value in your living room.
Get this sofa chaise with pull-out function, cup holders, and laptop table for only $11.95.
Or choose this multi-function dual-power sofa featuring drop-down console with cup holders and USB, lighting, and laptop table for only $11.95.
No matter what you choose, you'll always get the best price at More Furniture during our Black Friday sale.
At Dishman Dodge Ram Chrysler Jeep, we're making it a November to remember by offering great buys on our best-selling Ram trucks and Jeep lineup, with special markdowns on all pre-owned SUVs and four-wheel drives. But the best offer is with every vehicle sold, you'll get a free big screen TV with the purchase, making it the perfect time to visit our family-owned dealership at Dishman.
Dishman Dodge!
What could go wrong?
Some ideas seem good.
What could go wrong?
But aren't.
Maybe she could sell her house.
What could go wrong?
Like listing your house, then dealing with all the trouble, expense, not to mention closing costs. Homevestors, the We Buy Ugly Houses people, can buy your house fast for all cash, as is with no hassle. We Buy Ugly Houses, home of the fair cash offer. Call or click to sell quick.
Lake Tahoe Creek Wine Cellars has been making award-winning wines since 1982. Come in and taste our newest releases. While here, find the perfect gift for your wine lover in our amazing gift shop. Lake Tahoe Creek Wine Cellars. Cheers.
4 News Now is brought to you by Ace Hardware.
All right, welcome back. Here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. Some speculate House Speaker Nancy Pelosi will retire soon since Republicans are projected to take control of the House.
The Speaker says she will address her future plans today, but that doesn't mean Democrats are backing off their priorities as they rush to approve legislation before the end of the year. The Senate could vote on a bill protecting marriage equality as soon as this week. Advocates want the House to pass that version this year. That is before apparent incoming Speaker Kevin McCarthy takes control of the chamber's agenda. Some Democrats say they feel similar pressure to secure funding for Ukraine.
Public School District in Uvalde, Texas, has named an interim police chief during a board meeting Wednesday night. Josh Gutierrez has been named chief and interim executive director of safety and security. The hiring was approved unanimously with one board member abstaining. Gutierrez replaces Pete Arredondo, who was fired in August following criticism for his actions during the Robb Elementary School shooting, in which law enforcement waited more than an hour before entering the classroom where the shooter was holed up.
On this Thursday, here's your 10-second takeaway. Cold. Northeast winds are going to add to the cold with a wind chill in effect throughout at least midday. So bring on that cold weather gear. You'll need it. And your sunglasses. 33 the high today.
Coffee futures are crashing, but don't expect that to translate into a lower price. In the past year, coffee prices jumped nearly 15% at grocery stores. An agricultural commodities expert says falling coffee futures won't necessarily mean a big decline in prices for you. He says other costs like labor and distribution are still high.
All right, not great news there. Good Morning Northwest time is now 6:13.
And we're going to introduce you to a Coug fan through and through, but she doesn't just join other WSU fans cheering on her team. She saved a couple of their lives. That story coming up a little later.
And right after the break, don't let a cooking fire ruin your Thanksgiving. Destiny Richards is live with the Spokane Valley Fire Department, helping you prevent a holiday disaster.
Let Pinot's Palette host your holiday party. Reserve your easel today with friends, coworkers, or any group this holiday season. And our gift certificates make a great stocking stuffer. Paint, drink, have fun at Pinot's Palette, downtown Spokane and Coeur d'Alene.
At Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries, you'll find solutions from cozy to spacious. It's the Black Friday sale. For a limited time, you can save 30% on everything in the store. Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries. Live life comfortably.
With a huge expansion, Lookout Pass has doubled the skiable terrain, but our season pass prices haven't doubled. Adult passes just $445 through November 18th. This is the year to ski Lookout Pass. 500 acres of new terrain, including 14 intermediate and advanced new runs, plus our second quad lift. We still have the best powder, we're still the most affordable, and still the most fun with friends. Hurry, pass prices go up after November 18th. Visit skilookout.com for more.
It's time.
Time to set your eyes free. Free from limitations in your vision. Free from glasses and contacts. Free to see your best and be your best. It's time to smile. Smile is state-of-the-art laser vision correction, or LVC for short. Smile is easy on the eyes. It's bladeless, flapless, and effortless.
Contact Empire Eye Physicians today to learn more about Smile, the new alternative to LASIK.
Colder weather is here, and it's a perfect time to get new Infinity from Marvin fiberglass windows for your home. Residential Home Solutions is proud to give local homeowners a chance to win up to $15,000 worth of the Smart Choice and energy-efficient windows, along with a $2,000 Costco gas and grocery card in our Built for Life sweepstakes. If you are over 18 and a homeowner in the Spokane Coeur d'Alene area, go to residentialhs.com or call 892-6460 to find out how you can enter to win. Residential Home Solutions and Infinity Windows. Home improvements, custom fit for life.
When I was told I had a brain tumor, my life disappeared in a moment. I feared for my future, but even more, I feared for the ones I love. How would they move on without me? But when my doctor told me about the Gamma Knife of Spokane, everything changed. I can get my brain tumor treated in just one day and continue living the life I love. Because of Gamma Knife, I have hope.
I'm Robin Nance from 4 News Now. An epidemic of violence is plaguing this country. Generations of Indigenous people missing, murdered. Who will finally bring justice to our Indigenous communities? Watch my special report tomorrow, only on Good Morning Northwest.
Let Pinot's Palette host your holiday party. Reserve your easel today with friends, coworkers, or any group this holiday season. And our gift certificates make a great stocking stuffer. Paint, drink, have fun at Pinot's Palette, downtown Spokane and Coeur d'Alene.
4 News Now is brought to you by All Lines Insurance at alllinesinsurer.com.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
Welcome back. Cooking fires can, of course, happen any time of year. But on Thanksgiving, there are more distractions that could lead to a disaster if you're not careful.
The National Fire Protection Association says Thanksgiving is actually the leading day of the year for home fires involving cooking equipment. Destiny Richards is live with Spokane Valley Fire Department talking cooking safety during the holidays.
Yeah, one of those cooking equipment fires can be using a fryer for your turkey. It's really delicious. It's very quick, but it can be dangerous if you're not careful. We're here with Patrick Erickson. Tell us about these fires.
Yeah, they can absolutely be extremely dangerous. Luckily, we don't see them as much anymore. And right now, as you're watching, our assistant fire marshal over here dropping a turkey into a fryer. And you can see it bubbling, and that's where it can be extremely dangerous. And if you are going to be cooking like this, you want to make sure that it's away from any structure. A lot of people will do it in their driveway, which is a good thing. You want to keep it away from your house at all as much as possible, and keep it away from anything around it as well, because that oil is extremely hot. Not only can it start a fire, but it can also burn you, and oil burns can be very, very painful and also very, very dangerous. So you want to be as prepared as possible. You want to measure first with water before you put any oil in there to make sure it won't go over the top of the pot. And once that's done, empty it, then you put your oil in, warm it up, and then instead of doing what we just saw there by dropping it, you want to slowly dunk it. And that's how you keep the oil from going over the edges and potentially starting a fire.
Yeah, I know for years my parents have fried the turkey for Thanksgiving, and I just have memories of my mom being so stressed out while my dad is dropping it in the hot oil. I feel like there's like just a stress tension in the kitchen whenever my dad is doing that, but we've always done it safely. It's always been good. So, but again, very delicious. Again, this is a very dangerous fire that can happen. We'll talk more about some cooking safety tips to have on you for Thanksgiving next week. That's coming up later, but I'll send it back to you guys in studio.
All right, and Destiny, tell Patrick we're all coming over for deep fried turkey lunch this afternoon.
Yes. I'll bring the mayo.
we're just inviting ourselves.
Sandwiches. Here is a live look at your morning. What a pretty sunrise.
Yeah, no doubt. We've been talking about the not as much clouds as we've had the last couple days.
Right, what few clouds we have, they're going to be moving out. And here's the fun part. That's looking outside from inside, right? Through the camera. Once you step out, you're going to go, oh, it's cold. So we want to make sure that you've got, again, those layers on, hat, gloves, scarf perhaps. 33 degrees our high today, but we're going to have those winds, northeast 5 to 15, gusts to 30 miles an hour, putting that wind chill in. Even with the light winds overnight, temperatures down to 13, it could feel like it's in the single digits. So we look at our hourly forecast, and we're going to have temperatures into the teens in pink. That's the wind chill, how our skin will really read that. 33 for the high. That's going to happen as early as noon, 1 o'clock, and then we're going to cool for the afternoon. Right now we're sitting at 26 degrees, but the winds to 8 miles an hour. You've got 26 into Coeur d'Alene with winds to 13. So again, making sure everybody has what they need to be safe as they're walking to school or waiting for a bus. We do have that front that's now passing, and behind that now we're going to see those northeast winds really continue to pick up. That 72-hour forecast has that high pressure settling in today, tomorrow, and into Saturday. But now Sunday, we're going to see a little bit of a change and increased cloud cover from a system that's off in the Pacific. For today, we're going to be just above freezing at 33 both here in Coeur d'Alene. You're going to have 37 into Ritzville and sunny, 37 into Pullman and sunny. Our planning forecast has temperatures hovering around freezing all the way through Saturday, but overnight lows down to, say, Saturday morning at 11 degrees. So that Arctic air really in. Temperatures warming up Monday, Tuesday into the upper 30s, and then 40 by Wednesday, right before Thanksgiving. Mountain snows, and we could see rain snow mix in the lower elevations. We will keep an eye on that and continue to look towards those travel conditions for Turkey Day.
Yeah. Turkey time. Turkey time. Say that fast 3 times. Okay, our time is now 6:21. It is hard for the Vandals to focus on football right now with the murders of 4 fellow students. We'll talk about how their head coach is handling it.
And the Zags went into a hostile environment in Texas and got hammered by the Longhorns in their worst loss in years. The highlights next in sports.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
What do you get when ice cold beer, gourmet burgers, sports, and the Pint House brand come together? Good times. That's right. Pint House Burgers and Brews is now open at the former Good Times Pub location in the Spokane Valley. It will always be good times at the new Valley Pint House Burgers and Brews.
At Washington Trust Bank, can't is a 4-letter word.
I think we should hire more people.
Doc, I'm late for a meeting. I'm thinking of starting my own practice.
Do it. Too much capital.
We need a warehouse.
I can't imagine how we do that.
We should knock that wall down and expand.
Do it. There's always another wall beyond the wall.
We believe you can do whatever you set your mind to, and we'll help you get there. Washington Trust Bank, privately owned, locally invested.
The best holiday moments are even better when shared. Experience more together in the Mazda CX-9 with a refined performance of standard I-Active all-wheel drive and a wish list of interior comforts. Find yours during the season of inspiration.
The 7-passenger Mazda CX-9. Get it for your family, drive it for yourself. Come take a test drive today at Foothills Mazda or shop now at SpokaneMazda.com.
Hi, I'm John Butler with Century 21. Welcome to the beautiful Gem Shores Estate here in Hayden Lake, the most premier waterfront property for sale in North Idaho. This 8,600 square foot masterpiece is designed with the most unique furnishings from all over the world. Every piece has a history and a story to tell. When this home sells, the furniture must go. Consign Furniture in Liberty Lake is the only company we refer our clients to. Our clients deserve the best, and Consign Furniture delivers every time.
For people who love their vehicles, there's only one name on their holiday list. WeatherTech. Laser-measured floor liners that fit perfectly in the front and rear. Seat protector to guard against spills and messes. Cargo liner, bump step, and no-drill mud flaps to protect the exterior. And Cup Phone keeps phones secure and handy. Shop for everyone on your list with American-made products at WeatherTech.com.
What's the only thing better than one Pint House Burgers and Brews? How about 2? We are now open in the Spokane Valley. The same great sports and music videos, friendly staff and servers, gourmet burgers and ice-cold brews. Pint House Burgers and Brews, now open in the Spokane Valley.
Thanks for checking into Morning Sports. I'm Julian Minensone. Gonzaga basketball was treating its game in Austin as a business trip. And while the Zags were hoping to handle business on the court, there was some off-the-court business being made, too. It's been reported Gonzaga and Big 12 officials met in Austin prior to Wednesday's game, as there is growing mutual interest for Gonzaga to join the Big 12. This is the second reported meeting between Gonzaga and the Big 12. Of course, Gonzaga was in Big 12 country, taking on number 11 Texas. First half, Drew Timme getting Gonzaga on the board. Timme led the Bulldogs with 18 points, but there weren't many Gonzaga highlights in this game. Texas, a team that doesn't shoot well from three, made 13 three-pointers in this one. Sir Jabari Rice buries it. Gonzaga trailed by 10 at halftime, and it didn't get any better from there. Nolan Hickman with the bad pass. Tyrese Hunter gets it on the other end, finishes, and gets the foul call. Texas ran the Bulldogs ragged in this one. Gonzaga suffers its worst loss since 2014. 93-74 is the final. The Bulldogs will look to regroup against number 4 Kentucky on Sunday in Spokane. Tip-off is at 4:30 from Spokane Arena. Idaho football had its biggest game of the season. It will have it on Saturday, and the Vandals will take on Idaho State with a playoff spot on the line. But the team isn't concerned with playbooks and game planning right now. The team is still mourning the loss of the 4 Idaho students who were murdered earlier this week, some of whom the players were friends with. The players have been allowed to take a break from football this week, if necessary, while grieving the student deaths. Now, Idaho head coach Jason Eck says they will work game prep around the needs of the student athletes, understanding that this is a delicate time for many in the Moscow community.
You know, I don't want them thinking, I got to block this out because of football. You know, we got to take time to have a grieving process and play a role with that. And again, I think football is secondary to that. You know, hopefully as the week goes on, you know, we'll have a time and place for football. We're going to be very lax as guys are going through this process to make sure they're having the time they need to grieve and handle that, because this is not a typical thing to happen in Moscow, Idaho, for people to get murdered. So I think it's very disconcerting to a lot of a lot of students and a lot of people in the whole community.
And this isn't the first time Eck has been through something like this. Eck was an assistant coach at Idaho when freshman cornerback Eric McMillan was murdered in 2004. Kickoff between Idaho and Idaho State set for noon on Saturday. Amidst everything going on, Idaho is still looking to earn that playoff spot, and no doubt the team will be playing with heavy hearts this week. That's a look at Morning Sports.
In this morning's GMA First Look, new details on the Idaho murder mystery as the hunt for the alleged killer of 4 University of Idaho students intensifies.
Based on details at the scene, we believe this was an isolated, targeted attack on our victims. We do not have a suspect at this time.
And overnight, Good Morning America talking to the older sister of victim Kaylee Gonzalez as she urges the public to help solve her sister's death.
Call it in. There's absolutely no harm that can come in. Even if you feel like it's been called in already, call it in again. If you feel like it's not being followed up with, find me, tell me personally, and I will personally make sure that it's followed through. And to the individual who did this, your days are numbered.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have the very latest developments in this unfolding mystery with your GMA First Look. I'm Kana Whitworth, ABC News, Moscow, Idaho.
This is how it feels to do more with less asthma, thanks to Dupixent. Dupixent is not for sudden breathing problems. It's an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma and can help improve lung function for better breathing in as little as 2 weeks. Dupixent helps prevent asthma attacks and can even reduce or eliminate oral steroids. Imagine that. Dupixent can cause allergic reactions that can be severe. Get help right away if you have rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, tingling, or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor about new or worsening joint aches and pain or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. Who knows what you can do when you do more with less asthma? Ask your asthma specialist about Dupixent.
Stream 4 News now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
Save your green
Murphy's presents How to Change the Way You Pizza. Step 1, grab a delicious Papa Murphy's pizza. Step 2, bake. Step 3, chow down on the deliciousness. Order the limited time Hog Heaven pizza for just $12.99 at papamurphys.com.
Set your targets on winning cash at Chowila Casino. Earn entries now playing your favorite games with your Sun Club card. You can earn bonus entries Saturdays in November. Chowila Casino's Bucks Fever cash drawings are Saturday, November 26th. Starting at 6 p.m., you can win your share of $8,000 cash and Sun Club prizes. It pays to play at Chowila Casino. Learn more at ChowilaCasino.com.
At Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries, you'll find solutions from cozy to spacious. It's the Black Friday sale. For a limited time, you can save 30% on everything in the store. Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries. Live life comfortably.
Get all your shopping done in one stop at the Christmas Market. The Christmas Market features many local businesses all under one roof for a 2-day Christmas shopping experience. The Christmas Market at the Priest River Event Center this Friday and Saturday.
Papa Murphy's presents How to Change the Way You Pizza. Step 1, grab a delicious Papa Murphy's pizza. Step 2, bake. Step 3, chow down on the deliciousness. Order the limited time Hog Heaven pizza for just $12.99 at papamurphys.com.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
All right, let's take a look at some of the top stories online this morning in the 4 News Now Story Tracker.
At Twitter, employees have a difficult decision to make. In a recent late-night internal email sent by new owner Elon Musk, employees have until 5 o'clock today to commit to, quote, extremely hardcore work or leave the company. The email directs employees to click yes if they want to continue working there. Anyone who does not respond will be let go and given 3 months severance pay. Musk has already pushed out Twitter's top executives, eliminated the board of directors, and laid off about half of the staff.
Toyota is rolling out a 2-liter plug-in version of the Prius in an attempt to appeal to cost-conscious drivers. It's also seen as an attempt to reboot the 25-year-old hybrid that was once considered the cutting edge of low-emission technology. Worldwide sales of the Prius have reached 5 million since it was first launched in 1997, but it's been overshadowed in recent years by the likes of Tesla and all other all-electric brands. The hybrid models will launch this winter, and the plug-in models will follow in the spring.
Good morning, Northwest. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Robin Nance.
And I'm Derek Dice. It is Thursday, November the 17th. Mark Peterson here with a look at that first alert forecast. All right, the temperature says one thing, the wind chill says another.
Exactly. We have two different things going on. First of all, clearing and cold temperatures into the mid-20s. And we do have a clear sky that is going to continue to clear. It's going to be a sunny day today, but the winds are going to fire up, putting that wind chill in effect. Taking a look at the 4 things you need. A bitter cold wind chill, in fact, with temperatures feeling like they're in the teens throughout much of the morning. Sunshine for a while. That a while means today, tomorrow, and even into Saturday, and then clouds move in. It's going to be colder Friday, and we're going to get changes next week where it's going to be wetter and warmer. The winds, we're going to see those really into the central basin, firing up to in excess of 20 on sustained winds. We'll have sustained winds to 9-10 miles an hour with those gusts again in excess of 20 miles an hour, calming and then cooling overnight. So we look at our forecast day. Temperatures 33 will be our high. That's going to happen as early as noon and carrying into the 1 o'clock hour, and then temperatures cool. But it's in the pink where you see temperatures into the teens all morning long. That is going to be the wind chill and how that wind will affect your skin.
All right, Mark, thank you. We continue to follow all updates in the deaths of the 4 University of Idaho students.
Moscow police held their first news conference yesterday, and Police Chief James Fry walked back on a statement he made earlier in the investigation. Sydney Charles is live at the Now desk with that statement and the latest updates from police.
Yes, Robin, authorities say they still believe the attack was targeted, but at yesterday's press conference, Moscow Police Chief James Fry walked back on a previous statement that there was no threat to the public. Listen to this.
We cannot say that there's no threat to the community. And as we have stated, please stay vigilant.
He also said investigators are working to follow up on all the leads and identify a person of interest. At the conference, reporters asked why so little information has been released, creating confusion and speculation in the community. In response, Chief Fry said that he should have been, quote, standing here a day or so ago. University of Idaho President Scott Green also spoke at the news conference and said the school will remain open throughout the rest of the week because some students found comfort in being on campus with faculty and classmates. But the school was also giving excused absences to anyone who feels more comfortable leaving early. Following yesterday's press conference, WSU police released a statement saying that WSU police have increased patrols on the WSU Pullman campus and that there are a variety of security services for students and employees. Derek, Robin.
All right, Sydney, the term crime of passion has been circulating since Moscow's mayor first said it before walking that back. So what do we know about that?
Well, the police chief, James Fry, directly addressed this at the press conference. He said that he was not going to stipulate whether or not this was a crime of passion. He was also asked if police are questioning any partners, any boyfriends, to which he replied, "We're questioning everyone."
Sydney, thank you.
A vigil last night in Coeur d'Alene honored and remembered the 4 students, all of them with ties to North Idaho beyond the university. Madison Mogen and Kaylee Gonsalves graduated from Lake City High School in Coeur d'Alene. Ethan Chapin spent time with his family at Priest Lake. He also worked there. And Xana Kernodle was from Post Falls.
The crowd gathered to remember the 4 victims, lit candles, listened to music they loved, and grieved the loss of their friends. Maddie Mogen's best friend, Ashlyn, was there. She had once lived in that same house where the 4 students were killed. Ashlyn's mom remembered all the good times they shared. She also shared her frustrations with the investigation.
I don't want to tell you what I feel about the Moscow Police Department right now, because I feel like they could have done a better job. I pray and I hope that they figure it out, because it's ludicrous that they have absolutely nothing.
And as we learn more information, we will keep you updated right here on 4 News Now and on our website, KXLY.com.
The bipartisan same-sex marriage bill has passed its first key hurdle. The Senate cleared the procedural vote to start debate on the Respect for Marriage Act, which would force states to recognize same-sex marriages from other states. All 50 members of the Democratic caucus voted in favor. They were joined by 12 Republicans, including Utah Senator Mitt Romney.
Well, we already have gay marriage in the country. That's a decision made by the Supreme Court in the Obergefell decision some years ago. This legislation just says that the status which is conveyed by one state has to be recognized by another. At the same time, this legislation provides important religious liberty protections. And it's because of that compromise that I think the bill made sense.
Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer says he hopes to pass the bill this week, which could become important if the Supreme Court decision legalizing gay marriage is overturned. And we want you to take a look at this rescue made in just the nick of time. Police in Leawood, Kansas, seen on body camera video pulling a 51-year-old woman from a burning SUV. She was actually trapped under the vehicle, had to be pulled out with flames just feet away. Police and a fire investigator on scene put out the fire before a truck arrived. Officials are calling it an exceptional job.
Wow. Our local nurse practitioner's quick thinking saved not 1, but 2 fellow Cougar football fans this year. It was just like any other game day. WSU fan Andrea Perry and her family left early for Saturday's football game down in Pullman, thinking they'd have a relaxing family day. But as they drove down Highway 195, Andrea's husband saw a car on the side of the road and a person laying on the ground.
He just said, "Can you do a full stroke assessment for me?" And I said, yes. So I did a stroke assessment that I've learned from the ER nursing. And at that moment, I was like, this guy needs to go to Sacred Heart.
So that was actually the second person she saved. Andrea also performed CPR on another person who was having breathing problems at a Cougs game in October, saving his life too. But she says anyone can be a hero just by learning basic first aid and CPR. But man, talk about being in the right place at the right time. Twice.
Amazingly, yeah. I want her near me if I'm going to a game or anywhere close in the proximity.
Your personal escort. All right, Good Morning Northwest time is now 6:38.
All right, as we head out for that morning drive, roads looking good.
Roads looking good. Healthy vitamin D coming our way with sunshine. Things are looking pretty nice. But we are going to see things very cold for the next couple of days. That full forecast is coming your way.
4 News Now on your time with Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Danzas de Vida, Dancing with Life, Mexican Mask Exhibition at the MAC. See a selection of over 50 traditional and contemporary dance masks with dance regalia and videos of the artists, dancers, and performances going on now.
Home. It's both a place and a feeling. At yours, you strive to make new memories, create traditions, share stories, find the fun, embrace the surprises, and celebrate moments big and small. Memories are made at home, in every room, in every moment. Make your house feel like home at the Tin Roof.
Come back to the ultimate rock Christmas tradition. Trans-Siberian Orchestra, live in concert. Presented by Hallmark Channel. Millions have made this their must-see holiday event of the season. Friday, November 25th, Spokane Arena. Tickets on sale now at ticketswest.com. Trans-Siberian Orchestras, The Ghosts of Christmas Eve, The Best of TSO, and more.
Mindy Kaling, plus Dove Cameron, and baked spaghetti. With Giada De Laurentiis, we only serve the best for the marinara.
Watch Kelly today at 4 and 4 News Now at 5.
Kelly's all new.
That's you, girl.
All fall.
Weekdays at 4.
My grandfather, Doug Parker, started Parker almost 40 years ago. Just a real small dealership with about 30 employees.
The people at Parker that make this place unique are hardworking, they know their jobs, and they're driven.
We have a lot of employees that have been here a long time, and I think that just ties into everything. Our culture, how we treat employees. We're always trying to become better people, become a better business, better community partner. It's our job to provide the best experience for every single person that walks in that door.
American Impressionism, Treasures from the Daywood Collection, a very American take on French Impressionism by some of our country's most celebrated artists of the late 19th and early 20th centuries. Now at the MAC.
It is 6:41 in News for Your Health this morning. More women gave birth at home in 2021 than in any other year in the past 3 decades. That's according to a report from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention's National Center for Health Statistics. The report says there were more than 50,000 home births in the U.S. last year, an increase of 12% from the year before. 21% of black women gave birth at home in 2021 compared to 15% of Hispanic women and 10% of white women. About 30 states reported home births, with West Virginia taking the top spot.
Your Thursday morning 10-second takeaway. I say that out loud so that I know what day it is. It's going to be cold. We're going to get northeast winds. We're going to have plenty of sunshine, but get that warm weather gear. Our high today, 33.
All right, as holiday travel gets more expensive, low-cost airline Frontier is offering a more affordable way to travel as often as you'd like. It's an annual all-you-can-fly pass called Go Wild. The pass is available for unlimited flights starting in May. It only costs $600 right now, but that pass will eventually go back up to $2,000. It automatically renews, but pass holders can cancel at any time. And it's good for any destination in the U.S. and Puerto Rico. Now, the pass does have caveats, though, so make sure you read the fine print. For example, it does not cover taxes, bag fees, or seat fees. Also, most major holidays and long weekends are blacked out, and you won't earn frequent flyer miles with the pass. But you know what? I don't know. If you fly lightly,
I'm not going to say
and
much,
often, yeah.
only because I've had experiences with Frontier.
Yeah,
but I've had bad experiences with all kinds of airlines. It's now 6:43.
All right, Destin Richards live with the Spokane Valley Fire Department.
This morning we've been talking all about cooking safety, paying attention whenever you're cooking, especially around the holidays. Coming up, we'll talk about some tips from the National Fire Protection Association.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
Save more at the Floor Trader Outlet year-end clearance sale. Waterproof LVP flooring starts at only 59 cents. Carpet just $1.15 and tile starts at only 89 cents. The Floor Trader Outlet's year-end clearance sale. Hurry.
It's where the Northwest saves on flooring.
Corner of Division Francis.
A new Chevy is the smart way to hit the open road. The smart way to road trip and seek new adventures. Go a little farther in a new Chevy. Find new get up and go, find new roads. Well-qualified buyers can get 2.99% financing or $1,000 cash allowance on all 2022 Equinox models. Plus, unlock your code to claim an additional $500 Chevy Cyber Cash. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
For over 6 decades. First, as the Spokane Guild School. Now as Joya, we have been providing care that is second to none. Now, we have a building to match. Joya, every child is limitless.
Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning is your family-owned and operated #1 HVAC contractor in the Northwest. Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning would like to introduce our own carbon reduction program. Buy a new energy-efficient furnace from Bill's Heating and receive a matching air conditioner with installation absolutely free. No hidden fees, no conditions, no exceptions. Buy a furnace, get a free AC from Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning. Call today for estimates and repairs.
I'm Mark Peterson, the Extreme Team and Horizon Credit Union, ready to take on the next task. If you know of a project that needs an Extreme Team makeover, go to KXOY.com to nominate it. 4 News Now Extreme Team brought to you by Horizon Credit Union.
When I was told I had a brain tumor, my life disappeared in a moment. I feared for my future, but even more, I feared for the ones I love. How would they move on without me? But when my doctor told me about the Gamma Knife of Spokane, everything changed. I can get my brain tumor treated in just 1 day and continue living the life I love. Because of Gamma Knife, I have hope.
Save more at the Floor Trader Outlet year-end clearance sale. Waterproof LVP flooring starts at only 59 cents. Carpet just $1.15 and tile starts at only 89 cents. The Floor Trader Outlet's year-end clearance sale. Hurry.
It's where the Northwest saves on flooring.
Corner of Division Francis. 4 News Now is brought to you by Granite Concepts of Lewiston.
It's now 6:46. Safety in the kitchen is important to prevent a house fire, and especially on Thanksgiving when there's a lot going on while you're cooking.
From electrical fires to getting distracted to improper use of a turkey fryer, there are a lot of fire risks at this time of year. Desi Richards live with the Spokane Valley Fire Department to get you ready for safe cooking this Thanksgiving.
Yeah, so all morning we've been showing you what can happen at the most extreme if you're not safe when cooking for Thanksgiving. Again, that grease fire on the stove and then the turkey fryer just dropping it in not safely. So we're here with Patrick Erickson again. For those who are just tuning in with us, just tell us a little bit of what we learned this morning from those cooking disasters.
Yeah, we've had a busy morning here talking not only about cooking inside during the holidays, but also doing that turkey outside that some folks like to do. So we want to make sure everybody does it safely. We're going to have family in town, a lot of us visiting for the holiday season, so we want to make sure that we are cooking safely. We want to make sure that we're always attentive. We're not leaving things in the kitchen by themselves while we're cooking, while we're visiting with those family members. We want to make sure that we have emergency equipment. We want to make sure we have a fire extinguisher. They make things like this, like a splatter guard, so when there is any sort of oil that you're cooking with, it doesn't splatter. We want to make sure that we keep that stovetop clear as much as possible, and again, we want to make sure that we do everything safely, and we make sure if kids are going to be around, we keep them out of the kitchen or we teach them about cooking safely.
All right, and something I've always wondered is, do you just respond with the fire extinguisher immediately, or what is the time to call 911?
So that's really important, so it comes to be, it's comfortable. So if you're feeling uncomfortable, if you're feeling like this is out of my control, you want to call 911 immediately. You don't want to waste time, but you want to make sure, again, that you have all the safety equipment there. You want to make sure all of your items that you're using in your kitchen, your appliances, are in good working order. And again, make sure those warm surfaces are clear as much as possible. Even with your stoves off, keep it clear.
Okay. Well, thank you for having us here this morning. I'll send it back to you guys in studio for now.
All right, all great tips.
This is great too. We can see the sunrise because we don't have all those clouds like we have been having.
Yeah, we are going to see some changes. I alluded to this earlier. I want to show you those changes before we get to the forecast.
We're getting closer to that line.
But look what happens Thanksgiving.
Whoa.
50 and dry. So we're going to warm up for the holidays, and we are going to see, again, the potential for rain or snow coming in with these temperatures around 40 degrees. Could be rain with night snow and mountain snow. So we're going to be really tracking that for you as we get through the weekend and into next week. Today, it's about wind chill. Those winds and cool temperatures, 33 for the high today. It'll feel like it's in the teens throughout the morning, but then even into the 20s later on. Right now, we're 26 with winds to 8 miles an hour. Makes it feel like it's about 15. 26 into Coeur d'Alene with winds to 13. So again, that wind chill. This front continues to pass. We see it to the south of Spokane, and behind that, those winds are filling in, and that's why we're going to see a continuation of northeast winds. We have high pressure that's going to dominate. We're going to remain dry. We're going to see everything looking really good with, again, sunny and clear and cold at night with changes coming for the end of the weekend. Highs here are going to be in the low to mid 30s, 34 into St. Mary's, sunny and 37 into Palouse, 37 into Ritzville, and again, sunny conditions there. It's going to be sunny through Saturday. Our temperatures are going to be hovering around freezing, 34 on Sunday, and then we start warming next week. Highs around 40 with that mix of rain or snow. We're going to take a break. We're going to be back with your morning sprint in just a minute.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Kerner Furniture.
Are you looking for a credit card with rewards? The new P1FCU Premier Rewards MasterCard is here, just in time for the holiday season. Take advantage of 0% on new purchases for 6 months. Plus, get a 1.5% unlimited cash back on purchases. No points to count, special rules, or limits. It's simple, so go on. Reward yourself with the Premier Rewards MasterCard from P1FCU. Apply online at p1fcu.org/rewards.
'Tis the season for a holiday shopping tradition. Custer's 46th annual Christmas Arts and Crafts Show this weekend at the Spokane Fair and Expo Center. Join us as 250 artisans from across the Northwest display and sell their fine art, handcraft, and specialty foods. The variety and quality of work make this a must-see event. Single-day admission only $8. Tickets on sale now at custershows.com. Get creative with your holiday shopping at Custer's Christmas Arts and Crafts Show this weekend at the Spokane Fair and Expo Center.
What inspires you? Imagine the possibilities at Ferguson Bath Kitchen and Lighting Gallery. Bring your vision to us.
Shop online or schedule a one-on-one showroom appointment to discover stunning products from brands like Electrolux and the best selection of lighting at build.com/Ferguson.
WeatherTech gift cards have the power to wow everyone on your holiday list, offering a variety of American-made products.
WeatherTech, nice.
Like floor liners, cargo liner, tablet holder, boot tray, cup phone, sink mat, pet feeding system, anti-fatigue comfort mat, and more. Order the WeatherTech gift card instantly for the perfect gift at WeatherTech.com.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now. This Good Morning Northwest Morning Sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
It is 6:53, the morning sprint, getting you ready for your day.
Destiny Richards is live with the Spokane Valley Fire Department talking cooking safety during the holidays.
And Mark telling us about some extra wind chill as you head out the door today.
But let's get right to Sydney Charles with the latest on the investigation into the deaths of 4 University of Idaho students.
Moscow police answered a few reporter questions regarding the deaths of 4 University of Idaho students. Authorities say they still believe the attack was targeted, but at yesterday's press conference, Moscow Police Chief James Fry walked back the statement he made about there was no threat to the public. Moscow police also confirmed that there was no forced sign of entry when police arrived to the scene. At the conference, reporters asked why so little information has been released so far. In response, Chief Fry said that he should have, quote, been standing here a day or so ago. And the Spokane County Medical Examiner just finished the autopsies on the 4 students stabbed to death. Today, we're expecting to have more information about that report sent to the Latah County coroner.
And a vigil last night in Coeur d'Alene honored and remembered the 4 students, all of them with ties to North Idaho beyond the university. Madison Mogen and Kaylee Gonsalves graduated from Lake City High School in Coeur d'Alene. Ethan Chapin spent time with his family at Priest Lake, also worked there. And Xana Kernodle was from Post Falls. The crowd gathered to remember the 4 victims, lit candles, listened to music they loved, and grieved the loss of their friends. As we learn more information, we will keep you updated right here on 4 News Now and on KXLY.com.
As we look at our 4K forecast, the First Alert weather, it is definitely going to be the potential for those winds firing up into the Central Basin, sustained winds to 20 miles an hour. We're looking for gusts potentially to 30, but calming as we get into the afternoon. Our highs today are going to be just above freezing, and we're going to see that high today of 33 degrees.
Well, a judge has determined Idaho Doomsday mom Lori Vallow is mentally competent to stand trial for murdering her 2 children. Vallow and her husband, Chad Daybell, are charged with killing her children in 2019. The children were reported missing months before their bodies were found on Daybell's property. Their joint trial was postponed due to concerns about Vallow's mental health.
More than 2,000 Starbucks employees around the nation are set to go on a one-day strike today. That is according to the union, which has been organizing stores for the last year. The union says it is striking to protest retaliation taken against union supporters nationwide. The protest comes on Red Cup Day at Starbucks, a historically important day for the company, in which reusable holiday cups are given for free with certain drink purchases.
Drivers are no longer dealing with construction on Riverside Avenue in downtown Spokane, but now the challenge is, how do people park with that new bike lane? For decades, you could park right next to the sidewalk on Riverside, but now there's a new way paved for drivers and cyclists. The city started putting up signage to give drivers an example on how to park. Drivers need to park outside the white divider closer to the travel lane. So now the protected bike lane is right next to the curb. Crews will eventually add something to the divider that makes it a little more visible.
We've been talking this morning about cooking safety for the holidays with the Spokane Valley Fire Department. Turkey fryer fires can be really common, electrical fires, even just accidentally leaving something on a stovetop, different things that can get you distracted on Thanksgiving, so you want to be careful. You go to our website, KXY.com, for tips from the Spokane Valley Fire Department as well as the National Fire Protection Association so that you can be safe this holiday season.
People staying at the Trent Resource Center say the bathroom and shower facilities and a lack of privacy are problems. The city says it's trying to bring in more resources and is working on other issues as they crop up while the shelter goes through changes. People staying there say things aren't moving fast enough and it's impacting their quality of life. The Salvation Army has operated the Trent shelter for about 2 weeks. The city says the shelter is still new, and with the Salvation Army taking over, it is in a transition period.
The bipartisan same-sex marriage bill has passed its first key hurdle. The Senate cleared the procedural vote to start debate on the Respect for Marriage Act, which would force states to recognize same-sex marriages from other states. All 50 members of the Democratic caucus voted in favor. They were joined by 12 Republicans, including Utah Senator Mitt Romney.
In a recent late-night internal email sent by new owner Elon Musk, Twitter employees have until 5 o'clock today to commit to extremely hardcore work or leave the company. The email directs employees to click yes if they want to continue working there, and anyone who does not respond will be let go and given 3 months severance pay.
Coming up next on Good Morning America, as Republicans take control of the House, a breakdown of what it means for President Biden's agenda. Good Morning America will have that story, plus a live report from Kana Whitworth in Moscow on the murders of those 4 University of Idaho students. It's coming.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
We were scrambling to figure out what are we going to do. Got phone call from Numerica. We've got funding that we're sending your way.
Thank you so much for all your support. It actually means something greatly to us.
I'm Robin Nance from 4 News Now. An epidemic of violence is plaguing this country. Generations of Indigenous people missing, murdered. Who will finally bring justice to our Indigenous communities? Watch my special report tomorrow, only on Good Morning Northwest.
Granite Concepts. We've doubled our size. Doubled our weekly output. Created even higher fabrication quality. Shortened the time to completion. Granite Concepts. Beauty set in stone.
All right, good morning. You take a live look out there and you can see, oh, there's sunshine, a few clouds, and we're going to see those continue to make their way out of the region. Sunny today. We're going to have temperatures that are going to reach a height of 33 degrees, and we're going to have wind chills into the teens throughout much of the morning, so dress appropriately as you head out. We're going to be hovering around that freezing mark today, tomorrow, and even into Saturday with mostly sunny conditions. The overnight lows into the teens and even cooler. Saturday morning, we could have temperatures down to 11. And then we're going to see things warm up as we get close to Thanksgiving with highs around 40. Chance of rain or snow. We're going to keep an eye on that.
Okay, Mark, thanks so much.
Cold mornings to come. Thank you so much for being with us. We'll have updates throughout Good Morning America.